We're set for a gorgeous night in downtown St. Pete in the final home Saturday night of the regular season for the Rowdies, as tonight they welcome in Indy 11. And we're so happy that you are here. Welcome inside the booth, everybody. I'm Drew Felios alongside Ryan Davis. Tonight, it's the third place in the East, Indy 11 taking on Tampa Bay, sitting pretty right now at number 5.
Well, just 90 minutes to go in our Lang Stadium. Two heavyweights lock horns to decide a huge playoff matchup in the coming weeks.
Playoff implications huge here tonight for the Rowdies. It's been an emotional roller coaster over the last few weeks. This was at Louisville a couple weeks ago. Malik Johnson drawing contact in the box. Seba Guinzati with the PK, cutting the Louisville lead in half. It was 2-1. Rowdies weren't done. Sean Barry, tremendous service here to Lucky Mkosana. And what a comeback for the Rowdies as they leave with the point. 2-2. An impressive night for Tampa Bay. But last week on a Friday night against Loudoun United, Rowdies would struggle to connect. Number 25, Endor, the goal here for Loudoun. And the Rowdies just never really in the flow on this night as they leave 2-0 the final score. Rowdies unable to notch any points. So right now, when you take a look at the standings in the East, Ryan, it is a logjam with 2 weeks to go.
And Pittsburgh Riverhounds out of nowhere. They're the truck that never runs out of diesel. Coach Bob Lilly had his team ready to go. They're up at number 1. But 1 through 7 rather, it is a logjam. Any number can play. That's why the next 180 minutes is so crucial.
And for the Rowdies, they could finish as worse as 7th place. If they do, they'd have to play an extra game, but they would play it at Al Lang in the play-in. 1 through 4, they will host a playoff game in 2 weeks. So lots on the line here tonight as Tampa Bay hosts Indy 11. We've got the kickoff next.
This is St. Pete Clearwater, home to 35 miles of white sand bliss. But it's more than emerald surf and Gulf breezes. The beach is an attitude. It's the vibe of life, nature, art, music, or whatever brings you joy. Experience the American tropics right here in St. Pete Clearwater. Love the beach.
At Morgan Auto Group, we have one goal: being the one dealer you turn to for all of your automotive needs. We have over 30 dealerships and more than 20 brands, and thousands of vehicles to choose from at prices that won't have your budget in the box, with guarantees that give you more than just peace of mind.
Nice hockey reference.
Just putting the biscuit in the basket, Tyler.
Nobody says that right.
Agree to disagree? Because when you make it Morgan,
we make it happen.
This is my kind of happy hour.
My kind of joyride.
My kind of nightlife.
Whether you're just finding your stride or making the golden years look good, Florida Blue goes beyond health insurance, investing in the health and communities of all Floridians, so you can feel good saying, that's my kind of blue.
This is my kind of blue.
This is my kind of blue.
Tampa Bay Rowdies, Indy 11, straight ahead from Al Lang Stadium. What a match this should be here tonight from downtown St. Pete. Indy 11 comes in. Keep an eye on number 17, the all-time leading scorer in the USL. He's Dane Kelly. The goalkeeper is Jordan Farr, making his 6th start in goal for the visitors. He has been on fire. And for the Rowdies, Jordan Dougherty, number 22, gets the start for Dominic Aduro, who is out nursing a sore leg. Lucky Mkosana, also 77, gets a chance in the starting 11 here tonight. Check in with a third member of our crew. What is up, Heather Donnelly?
Hey, Drew. With just 2 games left in the season, the Eastern Conference is still entirely up for grabs. The Rowdies sit in 5th, but they could finish anywhere from 1st all the way down to 7th, depending on how things play out. But this week, Rowdies head coach Neil Collins says the goal is to finish top 4. They want that home playoff match. But he says he knows his team can win on the road and at home. They've shown that this season. He really wants that home playoff match for the fans that have supported them all year long. And 3 points tonight would go a long way towards achieving that goal, guys.
Great stuff, Heather. Our head coaching matchup, a rare matchup with 2 Scottish head coaches. Martin Rennie for Indy 11, Neil Collins for the Tampa Bay Rowdies. You know, for the homeland, it means something a little bit more. Here tonight, Ryan.
Well, they think the battle is going to be on the field. What about the sidelines? Those two guys are going to lock horns, and it should be fun on both ends.
Ralph's mob in rare form here tonight. When they bring those monster signs out, you know good things are going to happen, and hopefully a sign of things to come here tonight. Injury report, Aduro out for the Rowdies, Farias out for Indy 11. It is late in the season. To just have one player on each side, I think is pretty good.
Yeah, with Dominic Aduro out though, what a huge loss for the Rowdies. He holds that defense compact, playing right in front of that back three. Also Farias for the Indy 11. Not an easy loss for them as well defensively.
Leo Fernandez hoping to make a difference tonight for Tampa Bay. Indy 11 coming off a victory last week over Memphis 901 FC, 3-0. Playing tremendous football in great form. Coming into Al Lang Stadium here tonight. And there's Jordan Dougherty, the 19-year-old, on loan from the EFL's Sheffield United. He's been big all season long, along with Caleb Richards. He has big shoes to fill tonight with Dominic Aduro out. Not only does he have to provide tackling and tracking runners, but his distribution from that defensive midfield spot has to be impeccable tonight. Look like Rowdies are going to line up with their sort of onside kick on the left-hand side with Tanari, Leo Fernandez, M. Kosana, and Sebastian Guenzati looking to make a run up this left wing for Kwadu Poku. Underway from Tampa Bay. Rowdies hoping to notch their 17th victory of the season. Laurent Varga, our head official here tonight, and Hatesmont Locke and Corrick also on the crew.
Both teams playing in a 3-5-2 formation tonight. Not much changes in regards to tactics. They're just going to match up with each other, mano a mano. It'll be interesting to watch the wing backs. The keys for tonight's match: Tampa Bay Rowdies cannot afford an early goal. When they concede an early goal, they are 3 wins, 4 losses and 5 draws. Just have to get on the front foot early. In regards to Indy 11, they have to win that center circle. With Dominic Aduro being out tonight, it's going to be a bit of a soft spot for the Rowdies. If Indy wins the center circle, they can win the match.
You match up these two sides also. It is incredible the defensive numbers that Indy 11 and Tampa Bay Rowdies have put up.
Yeah, Indy 11 are second in the USL with just 27 goals allowed all season long. And the Rowdies third best with only 30 goals allowed. But a big part for Indy 11 was their goalkeeper. He's down tonight. It's going to be Ed Newton. He's out with an ankle strain. And in result, Jordan Farr is going to step in. But he was a big part of that defensive juggernaut for Indy 11. And just like John McCarthy is for the Rowdies, he's such a huge part of that defensive setup.
Fernandez and Tanari connecting. Leo Fernandez, another good season for the Rowdies. 4 goals, 10 assists to his credit. Diakite building for the back.
This is one man the Rowdies have to get going. Malik Johnson, 8 assists this season, 33 key passes in the offensive third.
Now Poku sending it left towards Fernandez. Fernandez with those great one-on-one skills, trying to get in the box as it is sent out. Select is the official ball supplier of USL Championship in many of the finest leagues in the world since 1947. The leader in soccer ball quality and innovation. For the latest Select products and special offers, go to selectsportamerica.com. That's selectsportamerica.com. Some room now for Morad to navigate.
Oh, good interception by Indy 11. Not allowing Sebastian Guenzati to get a touch of that ball. Good hard-nosed defense by the visitors.
Such a great matchup we've got here tonight. The Rowdies in 5th place in the East, Indy 11 3rd place in these. Not just a great matchup, but a lot at stake as the Rowdies are hoping a win tonight, a win next week can get them in to that top 4 slate and a home playoff game.
This top 4 position is so important. If you can't get excited for a game like this tonight, you can't get excited about soccer in the United States. Both of these teams are high quality, and only 3 points differentiate these two. It's going to be 90 minutes of fun tonight in our land.
Caleb Richards, what an addition he has been this season for the Rowdies.
Caleb Richards, Mr. Everything for this Rowdies team. At left centre back, has played every single minute of every game for this Rowdies team thus far. He is undroppable for Coach Collins.
Rowdies possessing here in the opening 4 minutes. This is Morad. Rowdies and Indy 11 battling back on May 1st, and it was a scoreless draw. Tampa Bay, even though they were playing against only 10 Indy 11 players, could not orchestrate a shot on goal. That is incredible. Well,
full credit to this Indy 11 team. Much like you see right now, they're so compact defensively and so well organized. It's very hard to break down. And even though they only had 10 men, it felt like 12 on the field that night. Great turn by Tariq Morad, getting out of trouble. But a lot depends on Andrew Tanari tonight for this Rowdies team. When teams sit back against Tampa Bay at home, a lot falls in that number 10 attacking midfield role to try to break defenses down and create space on the wings for Malik Johnson and Leo Fernandez. So huge pressure on Tanari and Gwenzati tonight.
Rowdies able to keep possession. Tampa Bay methodical, trying to just establish that possession, make sure everybody gets a touch. Everybody feels comfortable here in this final home regular season contest. Poku now switching the point of attack, and here's Morad.
Well, that's the type of penetrative ball that you want from Tariq Morad. If you're Coach Collins, you're not going to be too concerned. So far, it's all been very comfortable so far for the guys in green and yellow. And the 11 sitting kind of deep. Everyone getting a touch on the ball, confidence growing. Everyone getting a feel for the ball. Getting those early game nerves off.
Now Seba Gwenzati. Touching far side. Johnson looking for Mko Sana. Poku trying to chase it down. And it goes to Leo Fernandez. Good pace early on by the Rowdies. I think the real difference maker, Ryan, that maybe we don't talk much about or enough about, is number 14, Malik Johnson, who's got it right now for Tampa Bay. He is a game breaker.
Well, he is slippery when wet, and here he is again on this right-hand side. Can distribute, can run at players. There's no chance of defending him on a one-on-one. You're going to need some cover.
Indy 11 able to get it back. Dane Kelly touches forward, and the Rowdies come away with it once again. You notice how fundamentally sound Indy 11 plays. They really keep things simple, don't they, Ron?
Yeah, they just keep things so compact, and then they have excellent strikers up top. With Kelly, the leading all-time scorer in USL history, to release the ball to him. And this young forward in Christian Novoa from Venezuela got his opening goal last week against Memphis. He gets the nod tonight, number 24. So with two fast forwards, they're going to sit back defensively and try to catch this Rowdies team on the counter-attack. And the Rowdies have been vulnerable in that fast break area.
Now it's Drew Connor setting it back. This is Wimet. Gibson. Wimet once more. He'll lob one into the box. Rowdies well played that time, and now it's Fernandez.
Excellent ball by Wimet, but good recovery from Caleb Richards and Papi Diakite, just closing it down.
Quick turn. This is Illich.
Well, Jordan Dougherty is going to have to do that all night long with Dominic Aduro not being in the starting 11. He's going to have to close down the passing lanes and get a foot, just a foot to break up the play like he did just now. Nothing special, just positioning.
Rowdy's able to come away with it. Johnson tapped it away. Now Tampa Bay in a good spot here.
Alan can sense the buzz in this game. Ralph Small beating the drums. The players seem to be settling down here in a beautiful fall night.
Now it's Illich. Rowdies scramble back. And look out. Get it ahead to Navoa.
He's onside.
Navoa deflected off Diakite. Wanted a handball. Diakite did a good job that time, keeping his hands back.
Well, great run by Navoa. The back line for the Rowdies stood still. Nobody picked him up, and he was onside. And Christian Navoa, as the scouting report says, he is a sharer. He likes to pass. And that time looking for his fellow forward in Kelly.
So first time tonight, Indy 11 threatens. No damage done to Tampa Bay. And this is Malik Johnson. Incredible the season he has put together. Rowdies sneak one into the box. Try and get a quick turn. And looking for some contact in there was Guenzati. Quick whistle, though, called by our official tonight, Laurent Varga.
Guenzati goes to the ground there, and a call against the Rowdies. He is tugging with Womet, and looks like the referee judged the striker to have fouled the defender in that instance. But Drew, so important when Malik Johnson gets the ball and dribbles and draws two players. The pass coming back into Tanari has to be quick. That's how they're going to catch the players on the weak side. If the pass is slow, it's going to be too much time for Indy 11 to recover on the far side. So when that pass comes from Malik Johnson into Tanari, it has to be switched very quickly into the feet of Guenzati or Leo Fernandez on the far side.
How about Andrew Tanari with his hustle, winning it for Tampa Bay. And now it's Johnson. Andrew Tanari, when he is healthy and when he is on his game, the Rowdies are such a tough team to handle.
Well, they don't call him the little magician for nothing. He can create on the dribble and also with the pass. And Coach Collins is expecting a lot from the little man tonight.
Emko Sana now taps it back to Poku. Poku sending one on the ground in Tanari's direction. And it skates through. It'll be a goal kick for Farr and the visitors.
Tanari, 5 goals and 5 assists this year. Came on strong just at the beginning of the season and provided so many chances for this Rowdies team, allowing Guenzati and Tejada and Leo Fernandez a lot of room to play their game.
Indy 11 in their last 8 matches, only 1 loss, 1 draw, 6 victories. Just in top form here late in the season. It's incredible when you size up all the teams throughout USL Championship in the East, for how well and how far ahead the Rowdies were early in the season, and how quickly teams like Pittsburgh, Indy 11, and others just gain steam towards the end. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish. And now Indy 11 with an opportunity, headed back. Diakite gets to it quickly. The big man using his wheels that time. And Tampa Bay with Guenzati gets out of danger.
Just going back to that defensive sequence, Pape Diakite took some stick over the last couple of weeks with his defensive effort. Great read on that point, at that part. The big man has to have a big game tonight for the Rowdies. And he snuffed out that opportunity quickly.
So this is Caleb Richards, who has embraced his Tampa Bay Rowdies opportunity this season. He leads the Rowdies in minutes and appearances.
Only because he's playing on the defensive end, people are not calling him a phenom. He has done everything that is asked of him. He played left wing back when Leo Fernandez was out injured and has done nothing but impress for 32 games for this Rowdies team. Comfortable on the ball and picks up his defensive assignments flawlessly.
You know, for some of the Rowdies young players, late in the season, it starts to wear on them. Health becomes a real issue. Not the case with Richards. He is in top form right now.
He is an Iron Man through and through.
Good job sharing it. Here's Poku now for Tampa Bay. Caleb Richards. Seeing 2 very good teams going at it here in the first 15 minutes. Rowdies moving right to left. Sneaking one into Emko Sana. He'll touch it back. Johnson with the service. Fernandez gets a foot on it. Oh, and a good spot. Jordan Farr coming over to get his hands on it for Indy 11.
Well, the movement of the ball was quick in the last third, and that's what it's going to take to break this Indy 11 team down. Ball goes into Nkosana. Johnson with the early cross. Fernandez back across the goal. Excellent awareness by Jordan Farr, taking care of business in that 6-yard box.
Tampa Bay Rowdies have clinched a spot in the postseason. Begins in 2 weeks. Big question, where are they going to match up? Will it be here at home? Will it be on the road? Will they be destined for a play-in game rather? Or will they have a normal first-round game here in their home confines?
Well, Coach Collins said it best. This team and this fan base deserve a home playoff game. It is the best ever Tampa Bay Rowdies performance in a USL season. Only 41 points last season, already 57 points in the bag. Sitting at 5th. It's been one heck of a performance for a very long time for the guys in green and yellow.
A little shove by Malik Johnson. And going down that time was Garcia. Garcia with 3 goals to his credit. And he'll set it down for Indy 11. Drew Felios, Ryan Davis, Heather Donnelly. And our phenomenal crew here tonight from downtown St. Pete. Great to have you with us. Tremendous weather. Capacity crowd on hand, still filing in to this great venue. And we only hope that this is not the final time here in 2019, because it has been a season to remember.
It has been one heck of a ride. Just remembering back to March 16th, as we get a good look at Coach Rennie, the Scotsman for this Indy 11 team. Just remembering back to Sean Barry scoring that opening goal in Al Lang Stadium.
Seemed like about 5 years ago.
It does. March 16th against Pittsburgh Riverhounds. Rowdies won that matchup 2-0 that night.
Well, tune into ESPN3 Saturday, October 19th, 3 o'clock Eastern Time. Special game of the week closes out the season. A home playoff match is at stake when Real Monarchs host Sacramento Republic. The winner hosts the playoff match. The loser goes to the play-in game. Catch all the drama Saturday, October 19th, 3 p.m. on ESPN3. Drew Connor now touches back. This is Wimet. Tenari close to him.
Drew Connor, of course, one of those 4 players acquired by Indy 11 in the August window. Just supplying reinforcements to this Indy 11 team coming down the stretch. Other players coming into that was, of course, Connor himself, Gabriel Rodriguez, another one.
Pape Diakite. And now the Tampa Bay Rowdies building once more with Morad. Morad looked at Nkosana, and lucky could not get over to it that time. Nkosana, though, very active here in the first 20 minutes. You see him just constantly moving around, and you can tell he's getting great respect right now from that Indy back line.
He is. Nkosana is such a shrewd forward, veteran forward. You know, we look at the trade for him coming across from Louisville to Tampa. Look, he's had 30 appearances thus far this year. He knows his way around the box. 9 goals this season between Louisville and Tampa. No stranger to finding the back of the net.
Fernandez able to poke it away. Leo Fernandez, Nkosana immediately gets in place. Fernandez looking for that end line again, sets one in motion on top of the goal, and Guenzati could not finish it off right in front. All he needed was a tap in and send it high.
Well, El Capitan is going to have nightmares about that one. The Samba man goes down the left, the little chip across, hits the back post, comes back across the goal, and there's Guenzati 2 yards out. Just can't get over it. Lucky and Cosana right behind him. He can't believe it himself. And that's one of those where you wake up at cold sweats at 2 in the morning, wanting to have that one back. And looks like Leo Fernandez picked up a knock. Hands on his face. Looks like the Samba man is in a lot of pain.
So crowd goes silent here as Fernandez is laying right now on the ground. Here's one more look. Ball off the post.
And Guenzati just did not get over the ball. And that's the reason it landed up by the corner flag.
Did not see what happened to Fernandez that time, but it's the first time this entire season he has ever been down like this.
You know, soccer is a contact sport, but the worst injuries in soccer do happen when there's no one around. And just looking at the way the trainers being so tender with Leo Fernandez's knee, this could spell trouble for the Rowdies. The Brazilian, such a leader on this Rowdies team. 10 assists thus far, sitting third in the USL. With goals provided, 10 assists. And with that natural left foot, the last thing the Rowdies will want is their lefty to go out at that left wing back position.
And he is so tough to mark, especially in one-on-one situations. We've seen him make defenders look silly throughout his career, and not just that, the character, the leadership, the vibe that Leo Fernandez brings to the locker room. Take a look at the play one more time, and as you said, not sure if there was a lot of contact here. It just looked like before he let it go, Ryan, he felt something go.
Just looking at that right foot that he uses to plant to get the left foot across the ball, that may have been the issue. As he's grabbing the right hamstring now. So crucial to Coach Collins' plans. Here it is again. Puts the right foot down to plant. There it is.
Right there.
And then he has to put it down again, just across the ball. So very awkward, sort of tentative step. Just to get the delivery on that right foot. And by the looks of his face and his expression, does not look too encouraging.
But still a good sign that he is walking off. But you have to wonder how serious and how long is he going to be on the shelf now. I doubt that he will be back here tonight, but you never want to speculate from up here.
Sure.
What an injury is.
Guenzati is giving high fives. So it may be a good night for Leo Fernandez. See Malik Johnson gone across to that left-hand side already. So we may have a Sean Barry appearance, or Afrim Taku coming in on that right-hand side.
Yes, it is Taku getting loose for Tampa Bay. And Fernandez will become a spectator for the rest of the night. Good round of applause for Leo as he leaves the pitch here. And here is Afrim Taku, the Albanian midfielder for the Rowdies in his second stint with the team, acquired from the Charlotte Independents. And he's been with the team once again for about a month. A guy that just sort of fits in. He's like a chameleon.
Yeah, yeah, he covers up those holes that the coach needs. And Taku not as quick as Malik Johnson, but provides a great service from that right-hand side and good defensive cover for Tariq Murad. And of course, Malik Johnson being a right footer on this left-hand side, you're going to see a lot more passes coming in on the ground with that right foot rather than those left foot crosses from Leo Fernandez.
Rowdies able to win it back in the midfield. Andrew Tenori right now is flying around the pitch. He looks really good. Stop action one more time, and there's another Rowdy player who is shaken up here. And this time it is Dougherty who is gimping around. Well, Heather, this is not a good sign for Tampa Bay. What do you know?
Well, Leo Fernandez obviously came off the field. He just went, and he's on the bench right now. They didn't take him back into the locker room or anything like that. So some positives to take out of that. It's good to see him just on the bench getting medical attention there, guys.
A very good point. Again, never want to speculate. The Rowdies try and play on with their leader in the midfield, Leo Fernandez.
Yeah, this is the time when people like Kwadwo Poku, the orchestrator, has to try and get on the ball instead of create that rhythm again for this Rowdies team. But going back to the keys to the game, we see this Indy 11 team being very protective of that center circle, not allowing Poku to pull the strings.
Malik Johnson now has come over to the left side, Ryan, as the Rowdies switch things up just a bit. And now here's Tenori.
Yeah, Malik Johnson is going to look to dribble inside more, cut inside, and try and get a shot off or pass the ball on the ground to Dougherty and Lakiem Kosana. Here he is. There it is.
Johnson tried to service one in. It was a line drive, deflected out, and now it'll be a Richards throw-in.
Well, just to give you a quick idea here, Tampa Bay Rowdies are used to 52% possession in their games, and Indy 11 are used to 56 possession in their games. Right now, after 25 minutes, is the Tampa Bay Rowdies with 61% possession, and Indy 11 at 39. So a little bit of home cooking for the Rowdies, taking the bull by the horns and trying to dictate the flow of this game in Allianz Stadium.
Now it's Jordan Daugherty. Nice ball this time on the ground. Dougherty could not collect it. He's been just a little bit off here in the first 26 minutes.
Yeah, well, Tenori is going to get balls in very, very tight positions. In that attacking third, there's not much space to play with. So his control is going to have to be very tight.
Daugherty can't control it. That's the thing when you're playing in a match like this. Decisions have to be quicker. Passes have to be a little bit more pinpoint.
A lot more reaction time. I believe that is Indy 11's first shot at goal. And it comes in the 26th minute.
Well, fans, you can continue to enjoy the USL on ESPN throughout the 2022 season. The league is excited to announce that the championship in League One will remain with a worldwide leader in sports for 3 more years. ESPN Plus continues to be the home of all things USL, and at least 19 games a year featured on the ESPN family of networks, including 9 games on ESPN Deportes. Continue to follow, support, and watch your club on ESPN and ESPN Plus.
Well, huge news coming out of the broadcasting world. ESPN Plus picking up the Bundesliga, the German First Division. Bayern Munich, Borussia Dortmund coming to the ESPN family as ESPN continues to take huge strides in the soccer world.
Taken away now and delivered down for Kelly. Here's Dane Kelly getting loose. Dougherty trying to defend. Oh, an extra push there. McCarthy going to try and step in. The official will come over to have some words. When you're a legend like Kelly, sometimes you get a little bit more leeway, and it looks like he's going to get it here.
Well, I think he put the referee in a very awkward position. Here's Dougherty trying to get the ball, and Kelly just turns around and pushes the big man for everyone in the stadium to see. And the referee comes across and has a couple of words for Kelly. And the Jamaican, it has to be said, has gotten off lightly. And Pape Dougherty has a look of, I'll remember that one.
And for the Rowdies, the cooler heads with Dougherty prevailing. How often do you see that? Kosana! Right back for Tampa Bay. Rebound out to Dougherty. He'll take a left-footed shot. Far, able to save it for Indy 11.
Well, don't blink yet. Tariq Murad with an early ball over to Lucky Mbakosana. Rowdies taking the direct route. Here it is again, over the top, and Jordan Farr with an excellent save at the first post. Gwenzati, the second bite of the cherry. And Farr again, there to cover it up.
Gwenzati with 17 goals this season.
Well, a historic season by the Rowdies means an historic season by their captain, Seba Gwenzati. 17 goals, the most of a Tampa Bay Rowdy.
Now it's Malik Johnson in overdrive, taking away that time.
In the USL campaign. And the captain is just going from stride to stride. He's an emotional leader of this team. And also backs it up with talent and performance.
Now it's Ouimet. Once again, Rowdy's tough in the midfield. Jordan Dougherty growing up here tonight.
Well said, Drew. The young man is going to have to grow up in this big spot that he's in. Putting a lot of pressure on Kelly, not allowing him to turn. It's going to frustrate the forward. And all Jordan Dougherty is there to do is to block the passing lanes.
Andrew Tenari spreading the wealth. Rowdies once again trying to creep into that final third. This ball serviced in. Again, Mbakosana in position. Rowdies will touch it around. It's Johnson! Malik Johnson with the drive, looking far post. And Farr getting a hand on it.
Well, with his Samba man, the lefty out with injury, Malik Johnson comes across. And being the right footer on the left-hand side, he's going to have this angle all night. Here it is, looks up and just whips one to the last post. And another fine save by Jordan Farr. Great shot, great save, great soccer.
Just playing at another level, second half of the season. You can arguably say he's been the MVP.
He has been the man for Tampa Bay. He creates so much chances, so many chances, and creates room for everyone else, Malik Johnson.
He's the outswinger here. Corner kick for the Rowdies. Diakite trying to shield a defender off that time, and now it's Tenari.
And one just overhit. Clearly, Pape Diakite at the last post was the target. But Malik Johnson put too much mustard on it.
Neither team so far with a shot on target. Malik Johnson coming awfully close on that last possession. Both teams have taken shots, though. He's yet to square one up. Quality soccer here in this first half from Tampa Bay.
This is the man here, Kwadu Poku.
Poku airmails one, and you know, we've been keeping up all season with the great personalities of the Rowdies. So fun to hear these guys talk and meet different Rowdies each week. Heather Donnelly has had a blast with this all year, and Heather, we've enjoyed it so much.
Oh yeah, it's a blast. This team has so much fun, and they actually went viral last week. A little locker room prank caught on video involving some ping pong balls, an egg. Jan Ekra and Leon Taylor went viral. If you haven't seen it yet, you got to check out the Rowdy social media and give it a watch, because it's pretty funny. But it absolutely blew up. It got shared by Bleacher Report, ESPN FC, NBC Sports. Over 5 million views at least. That's just as many as I could count on the different social media platforms, but it was shared so much. Just a nice look inside the Rowdies locker room and the fun that these guys have.
Yeah, memorable. And Leon Taylor still wiping some of that egg off his forehead. Jan Ekra with
it was a great header, Drew.
Oh.
It was a great header, but the egg won and Leon Taylor lost that battle for sure.
I think what's great, we've seen the great soccer, but the moments this team has provided. Mbakosana hoping for another. Little 1-2 with Tenari. Here's Johnson now. Malik Johnson the shot. And Mbakosana looking for contact there, possibly a handball, as Tampa Bay will have another corner.
Well, we talk about the quick play in the last third. That's what's going to be needed to open up space for the Rowdies. In the end, heads up play, just a late back for Malik Johnson, who got the snapshot off. And you have to shoot, Drew. Shooting creates goals. Any deflection there could have gotten past Jordan Farr. And that's the reason you have to take an effort, have to shoot the ball.
Second corner for the Rowdies. This one headed up by Murad, and it will finally go over to Indy 11. All season long, we've been wondering, hoping for possibly Dougherty to get on the good end of one of those headers on a corner for the Rowdies. They've targeted him so often, and it hasn't happened just yet.
So crucial if you can get your center backs to convert some of these set pieces. Takes so much pressure off your forwards to get early goals or just timely goals from defenders coming forward for corner kicks and free kicks. Papi Dougherty yet to find the back of the net, but I'm sure, but that's not from not trying. He's been there every single sequence on a dead ball. Of course, Dougherty has been so good out of the back with his distribution.
Taken away, careless giveaway that time by Tampa Bay, and now Dane Kelly. Here's Walker. Walker will drive one and chest it off. Great job that time controlling it by Murad.
Beautiful play by Murad. I love to see defenders chesting the ball back to the keeper.
Now it's Tenari in the center circle. Rowdies with possession. Gonzati taps it out.
That was a great tackle by number 19, Kennedy Walker. His team were out of position.
Now it's Daugherty. Richards.
Just going back to after this sequence.
See the extra defender, they cheat over to Johnson's side. And here's Taku now. Taku battling. Rowdies, Tenari services, one in. Off the right side of the goal. Emko Sana was calling for it that time.
Well, Tenari getting some room on that right-hand side. The play started with Malik Johnson. He switched it, and the ball came across quickly. Tenari, great ball into the mixer. And almost a mix-up there. Looks like it was Paddy Barrett and Jordan Farr. Barrett taking evasive action. Could this be Papi Dougherty's moment?
Third corner for Malik Johnson. This one blasted. Dougherty's there! Did it cross the line? Oh, we're waiting for a signal. They say no goal. Just inches away from Papi Dougherty putting one in.
Wow.
For Tampa Bay.
Papi Dougherty, Seba Gwenzati, right in the thick of things. And somehow the ball does not end up in Indy 11's net. Just desperate defending and some lucky bounces.
Rowdies getting tremendous chances here in the first half.
That's how important it is for this Rowdies team not to concede first. It allows them to get control of the game. Here it is again, Papi Dougherty with the header. Ball drops to Gwenzati.
Oh.
Was that a handball by Paddy Barrett? And again on the line. But the whole ball has to go over the line. If any piece is on the line, it's no goal. So it looks like the linesman got that one right.
Now it's Poku.
Of course, VAR not a part of the USL setup.
Rowdies on the run once more. Tenari flying around here tonight.
Well, 37 minutes gone. And so far, a lot of chances on the Rowdy side, with Indy 11 defending.
Now it's Tenari again. He'll loft one for Emko Sana. Won't get there. Slide that time comes up short. It was Murad, and it leaves a space open, but an offside called on Indy 11. And it's Kelly that time who's a little frustrating.
So far, Rowdies with 6 shots this half. 4 of them on target right now after that sequence. 2 off target. So all that possession is ending up with shots.
I'll tell you what, you look around the stadium tonight, and we've got a tremendous crowd on hand here at Al Link Stadium. just sensing the importance of this game. Indy 11 and the Tampa Bay Rowdies coming to you on ESPN+. And Kosana trying to pick up a giveaway there.
Good header by Tariq Murad. And if you're Indy 11, you're going to need your creative midfielder, Illich, to get on the ball. That's going to start with Tyler Gibson. The number 4, the holding midfielder, sort of the Dominica Duro of this team.
McCarthy off his line to pick it up for the Rowdies.
Good effort by Indy, trying to take the direct route, try to split Tariq Murad and Papi Diakite. With the quick Christian Novoa trying to run onto it. So good of a little bit of a change of plan there from Indy 11.
Wins against Indy 11 have been hard to come by, to say the least, for the Rowdies since Indy 11 was born. 12 all-time matches and only 2 victories, 2 results for the Rowdies. 3 losses, 7 draws. Dougherty.
Good recovery. Excellent defense from Indy 11. Look how compact they are in that middle.
Tenari on the ground. Guenzati trying to get into that 18. Goes down at the top of the box.
As soon as that ball comes in, white shirts converge and sort of form a cul-de-sac, so the Rowdies can't get out of it.
Service this one in. Poku coming up. He's been lethal from distance. Poku makes a couple defenders miss. And now Malik Johnson will control it.
Here's where they get dangerous. Caleb Richards making that run. Here he is.
Richards sends it high and wide.
When the righty cuts in with the ball and the left back overlaps, it's impossible to defend.
Taku, a good job coming back to it. He'll send it in on the ground. Kosana! Ball deflected again. Boy, Indy 11 just knows how to put bodies in front of shots.
Just desperate defending.
Malik Johnson. Oh, more trickery that time. It goes out. Let's check in with Heather quickly. Heather, what's coming up at the half?
Drew, we've got all kinds of stuff coming up at the half. I'm going to chat with head coach Neil Collins, get his thoughts on the first 45 minutes of this match. The Rowdies will tell us about their favorite part of game day. We'll also get a preview of a documentary on the Greenville triumph of USL League One. And, of course, we'll have highlights and stats from the first half. Guys.
Oh, Tenari losing his footing there. Looks like Kennedy Walker tried to put Kelly through on goal, but his left-footed chip was just not strong enough to get over Tariq Murad.
Johnson's so shifty. See Drew Connor trying to stay with him. If you're just joining us, Leo Fernandez, Tampa Bay star midfielder, injured at around the 20-minute mark. Left the match. In came Afrim Taku. The Rowdies have had several good opportunities, and they've had the better of Indy 11 in this first half. Still no goals to show for, as Poku that time gets called for the foul.
You know, just going back to Poku, Dougherty, and Tenari in that center circle. We talk about the battle of the center circle with Kennedy Walker, Tyler Gibson, and Ilya Illich. I think the Rowdies have done well so far with the absence of Dominica Duro thus far. Jordan Dougherty has passed the test after 42 minutes.
Yeah, the main thing you lose with Adora out is his toughness. Mentality. Such an iron man for Tampa Bay.
Also, we don't talk much about his distribution. And that, my friends, was Ilya Illich trying to pick out the on-running. Jose Garcia Perez in number 7, coming in all the way from left wing back. Playing it into the number 14, who tries to help it on. But that's exactly what Indy 11 needs. Try to get the attacking midfielder, Illich, on the ball to try to break down this stubborn Rowdies defense.
Keep in mind, should have significant stoppage time, mainly due to the injury to Fernandez. Oh. Dangerous ball there. Diakite again makes you hold your breath.
Life as a center back. Looks like it was an inadvertent trip by Seba Guenzati, and he's telling the referee he had no intention.
Yeah, there are times tonight you look at Guenzati and you almost don't recognize him. The blonde highlights sort of throw us off here tonight, don't they?
Yeah, he looks a lot brighter tonight than he has in previous nights.
I think you should try that, Ryan. Some blonde highlights in the hair.
I don't have that impressive hair that those South Americans have. Guenzati, of course, from Uruguay. I have hair envy every time I see him. Drew, yourself?
I don't think it would go quite well on me, but maybe next year.
A good Greek blood.
John McCarthy takes care of it for the Rowdies. What a season he has had in goal for Tampa Bay here in his first season.
As we see the Rowdies slowly build here as we go towards the half. Again, Kwadwo Poku, the man on the ball, needs to orchestrate, move things around. As Indy 11 sit all the way back, and Caleb Richards with a misunderstanding with Malik Johnson.
5 minutes of extra time, 5 minutes. As regulation in the first half has come to a close.
No doubt those 5 minutes was because of the Leo Fernandez injury.
Yeah, that was pretty much the only stoppage we had. Moran touches back. Rowdy's so active for most of this first half. Legs maybe looking just a little bit heavy here at the moment. And they'll try and slow things down now.
Well, credit to Indy 11. They have sat back and made things very difficult for the Rowdies. Everything has to be so tight. Every pass has to be so accurate.
Amco Sana's really working for Tampa Bay, number 77.
Well, the movement has to be constant. No one can afford to stand still with all the players compacted in one half now.
Johnson again drawing two. Guenzati comes over to it. He'll save it.
The question is, will Coach Collins allow Caleb Richards? Will he roll the dice with Malik Johnson being the righty on the left side to allow Caleb Richards to come around Malik Johnson and give them that left-footed cross? Of course, if the ball is lost, Caleb Richards will be out of position. And Christian Novoa and Dean Kelly will have some extra room to play with. It'll be a gamble worth seeing.
Poku on the ground. Amco Sana trying to wrap one around. Tenari. Keep it on the Tampa Bay side. Indy 11 doing everything just to clear it. And now Poku comes up to collect it.
Poku. Exactly what they needed, that position. Any sort of loose ball, he needs to be on it to retain possession.
Dougherty to Tenari. Now it's Johnson. Johnson started on the right, now he's on the left. Tenari, he can let this one go. Shot and headed out.
What an effort that was. Malik Johnson drawing a crowd. He's the honey for the bees. And that freed up Andrew Tenari. But the Indy 11 are so far back, they're almost on top of Jordan Farr's toes. It was a good headed effort defensively, but again, blinding the keeper Farr because the defensive line is so far back.
Interesting to hear what Neil Collins has to say about his team's effort. I think the Rowdies have put in a quality first half.
100% chance it's going to be in a Scottish accent, Drew.
It's been so fun watching his growth as a head coach this season.
What a leader. Not only the tactics on the field, which he got right, but the attitude of this team, of this group. It's all Coach Neil Collins.
Here's Poku now with the long ball. Sana. Flag will stay down. And now here's Lucky along the end line. Far. And we have got a handball. The Rowdies are going to get a PK here. Indy 11 cannot believe it. Well, Sana causing it.
Looks inside, and the slide tackle by the defender. Has to say that was a hard call on Barrett. His hand was in a natural position. His hand wasn't sticking out to make himself wider. He was going to ground, and the right hand was there to brace the fall. It hit his hand, and the referee has decided it's going to be a shot from 12 yards out. Penalty kick, Rowdies. Well, when you knock on the door enough times, it will be answered. Credit for Tampa Bay for pressuring this Indy 11 team.
I must say, watching it in real time did not look like a handball. After the replay, though, still, I think Barrett does have a pretty good beef in this sense, but the Rowdies do get a break.
Yes.
They've had so many calls go against them this season.
Seba Gwenzati is 6 for 6 on penalty kicks this year. Can it be 7? Not only there's pressure on the penalty kicker to convert, but it's also the captain, and so much is at stake tonight for this Rowdies team.
Seba Gwenzati to give Tampa Bay the lead. Crowd comes alive here at Al Lang. Jordan Farr in net for Indy 11.
The longer it takes, the more nerves build up for the kicker, and the less for the keeper. Jordan Farr is going to try and keep this going as long as he could. And Gwenzati is going to correct his run-up.
Seba Gwenzati gives the Tampa Bay Rowdies the 1-0 lead.
Well, El Capitan gets number 18 for the year. 7 penalties on the trot. Number 13 can't miss from the spot. There he is, fakes left, goes right. And Jordan Farr bit hard. And he does the chicken dance just to egg on the keeper. And number 6 O'Connor came across to let the captain know he didn't like it. But Al Lang is on the feet, courtesy the captain. Ralph Small is letting their noise be heard. And with 51 minutes gone, with a whole second half to play, the Tampa Bay Rowdies take a valuable 1-0 lead.
It feels almost as though the postseason has begun here tonight, because that's the quality of football that we're watching here in downtown St. Pete.
No doubt, Drew. The players can feel it.
And now Malik Johnson.
Not much time left.
Maybe one more chance for the Rowdies.
That's it.
And they're not going to even get that. But the damage has been done. Seba Gwenzati, a huge goal off a PK that came off a handball from Paddy Barrett. And that's where we stand. 1-0 as we send down to Heather.
Coach, after so many chances there in the first half, how nice is it to go into the locker room up 1-0?
Yeah, it's obviously pleasing. I think I'd have been very disappointed if we'd been in at 0-0. I think we got our just desserts there at the end, so pleased with that, but a long way to go.
Tough to lose Leo Fernandez there early in the first half. What impact does that have on your team?
Yeah, I was a bit concerned with the long delay, and obviously it's a big loss. He'd started the game very well, but after frames came on and Malik's went over to the left, and you know that's why you've got a squad, and that's what we're going to rely on in the second half, substitutes as well.
All right, thanks, Coach. Guys.
Heather, thank you. Seba Gwenzati leaving the field. To the roar of the crowd here at Al Lang Stadium. Rowdies up 1-0.
St. Pete Clearwater, home to Clearwater Beach, the #1 beach in the U.S. as chosen by travelers on TripAdvisor. It's not just white sand and Gulf breezes. The beach is an attitude. It's the vibe of whatever brings you joy. Experience the American tropics at visitstpclearwater.com. Love the beach.
And that's how you brew it.
My king, this corn syrup was just delivered.
That's not ours. We don't brew Bud Light with corn syrup.
Miller Lite uses corn syrup.
Let us take it to them at once.
Oh, brewers of Miller Lite, we received your corn syrup by mistake.
That's not our corn syrup. We received our shipment this morning. Try the Coors Light Castle.
Oh, brewers of Coors Light, is this corn syrup yours? Oh, yeah, that is our corn syrup. Thank you. You're welcome.
Bud Light, brewed with no corn syrup.
Hey, this is Rick Stroud, sports writer for the Tampa Bay Times. I'd like to invite you to listen to my new daily podcast, Sports Day Tampa Bay. We'll talk Rays, Lightning, Bucks, and Bulls. I'll have special guests join me regularly for their takes and answer questions from listeners. Join the conversation on Twitter at SportsDayTB and use the hashtag SportsDayTampaBay. Whether you're in the kitchen, on the road, or at the gym, it's Tampa Bay Sports Talk on your schedule. Download it now on iTunes or go to tampabay.com/sports.
Jennifer Davis was the last person you'd expect to have a heart attack. But despite appearances, she had a spontaneous coronary artery dissection of the left anterior descending artery. But after being rushed to Baycare's St. Anthony's Hospital cath lab, doctors inserted 2 stents, which opened her artery. And thank heaven, this extremely rare attack was treated at an extremely rare hospital.
It's halftime here at Al Lang Stadium in the Rowdies' regular season home finale, and they lead the Indy 11 1-0 after 45 minutes. Now, there are a lot of great parts of game day, whether it's those butterflies in the lead up to the game or celebrating with your team in the locker room after a big win. So what part do the Rowdies like best? Find out.
My favorite part of game day would probably be when I'm driving to the stadium and you see all the fans already in the parking lot, having a tailgate and getting ready for us, you know, to play soccer.
The opening whistle, I hate the wait, you know, the butterflies. I get really anxious. It's cool, it's a fun part of the process, just to remind you like what you're doing and why you're here, but I love when the opening whistle just starts and then you're playing for real.
The favorite part is when we come in the stadium to start playing, because when I come in the stadium, you know, the atmosphere of the fans, this is my favorite.
My favorite part, it's being in the game, playing it, watching the crowd cheer for us, and I think watching the people just gives us that extra motivation. So I think the fans, our fans.
Game days are just great. You know, it's hard to pick one thing. I mean, I love walking out and, you know, seeing all the fans. I love the game itself, you know, just battling with your friends and trying to get a win. And then like going back in the locker room after a big win at home on the road and just throwing on some music, dancing, just like celebrating, you know, a really hard fought battle is such a rewarding feeling. So, I mean, it's hard to pick out one specific thing. Just game days in general they're the best.
Score goals, yeah, by far.
Just a winning feeling after.
It was Tampa Bay Rowdies with a 1-0 lead over Indy 11. Well, it has been a special season, not just for USL Championship, but especially for USL League One and the inaugural season for the league and the first season for the Greenville Triumph and a very special documentary. Let's have a preview.
Strike in the upper right 90. Whips it in, finds the back post. What a
finish. All these experiences are new. And the new experience is always the most exciting because it's something that you've never been a part of before. And I think that's one of the biggest draws of Greenville is to come in and to be a part of the beginning of something great.
Well, Greenville has officially been awarded a professional soccer team.
There is a big soccer presence in the upstate, and they just needed a team to rally behind. It's like, oh wow, like this is actually, this is real. And I still didn't really grasp how big it was going to be.
Muhammad racing the other way. Cuts it back. Good look. Shot coming. And then Carlos Gomez, his 4th in 2 matches. And does that seal the deal on the 3 points for the triumph?
A club is more than just the players, coaches, and front office. It's the fans. It's a whole club. We're new. No one really knows what we're about. They don't know, what we have to offer, and showing them that we offer more than just 90 minutes a week, on a Friday or Saturday night, says everything.
He's going to go at goal. Shot and a goal! That has to be on the goal of the week. Now get the time. Sam Warner, the beauty. Oh! Blue with the bicycle!
Oh, can you see that coming?
Great save by Putton on the goal line.
And Taylor with a beautiful strike. Are you kidding?
Regular season coming down to the wire right now. Pittsburgh up atop the table. Nashville, Indy 11, New York Red Bulls 2, Tampa Bay Rowdies all bunched up. How about the 2-time defending champion Louisville City also in that top 8? North Carolina FC, Ottawa Fury playing well also. Let's take a look at these scores from around the league tonight. Ottawa and Bethlehem a draw. Louisville City 1 up on Swope Park. No score Memphis and Charlotte. Same with Nashville and North Carolina. St. Louis and Riverhounds still looking for their first goal as well. Storylines from around the league. USL Championship game of the week. October 19th, mark the calendar, 3 p.m. Real Monarchs take on Sac Republic. Golden Boot Watch, Solomon Asante scorching it for Phoenix Rising, 22 goals. Seba Guanzati scoring his 18th goal off a PK just minutes ago. And Pittsburgh Riverhounds, how about their head coach Bob Lilly? USL Championship Coach of the Month for September. What a month it was for the Hounds. 0 goals conceded, 5 matches. The Riverhounds are on fire. When we come back, first half highlights and stats. You're watching Tampa Bay Rowdies Soccer on ESPN+.
This is my kind of happy hour.
My kind of joyride. My kind of nightlife.
Whether you're just finding your stride or making the golden years look good, Florida Blue goes beyond health insurance, investing in the health and communities of all Floridians, so you can feel good saying, that's my kind of blue.
This is my kind of blue.
This is my kind of blue.
This is my kind of blue.
Together, we fight.
Johnson again. Gives it a shot with the left foot. It is in. And the Rowdies have scored their 5th goal of the night.
Never miss a second of Rowdies soccer. Become a 2020 season ticket holder and catch all the action at Al Lang Stadium. Visit rowdiesoccer.com/season tickets to place your deposit today.
Together, we are the Rowdies.
1-0 is the score. Tampa Bay Rowdies on top of Indy 11. It is a festive night here at Al Lang Stadium in downtown St. Pete. Hope you're enjoying it here on ESPN+. Drew Felios alongside Ryan Davis. The Rowdies knew how tough tonight would be, taking on Indy 11 right now in 3rd place in the East, and they have played up to the task here so far.
Well, the Rowdies, like you said, have been put to the test. Indy 11 compacting most of the half, making the Rowdies work very hard for chances created. But in the end, 65% possession to the Rowdies, 11 shots at goal, and they finally broke through with a penalty by the captain, Gwenzati, at the end.
High-quality football we are seeing from the Rowdies here in the first half. Tampa Bay with M. Kosana navigating this service in. Continually it's cast. Continue on and go to a halt tonight without a congratulations. And Heather, you can chime in on this as well. The Tampa Bay Rays on just an incredible run in the postseason, making the Tampa Bay area proud once again. And I think you feel some of that energy bleeding over into Al Lang Stadium. Here tonight is the Rays and the Rowdies, of course, shared by the same ownership, and both calling downtown St. Pete their home.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, what a time for sports here in St. Petersburg. That Rays playoff run was pretty awesome. I was at the Trop for those ALDS games, and it was just electric, and a great crowd here tonight. So hopefully the Rowdies fans can keep that going throughout the USL playoffs.
Baseball alive and well in Tampa Bay, and so is pro soccer.
Well, you can't say playoffs without Tampa Bay. Baseball, now soccer, this Rowdies team flying straight into the playoff season.
Second half underway. Indy 11 and Tampa Bay. Rowdies quickly getting to it off the giveaway. Here's M. Kosana trying to create. Poku now with it. Quadwa Poku, the fake. Oh, what a save that time by Jordan Farr, who got up in the air and got his right hand on it.
Well, that opportunity all started with Andrew Tanari picking the pocket of the Indy 11 defense. In the end, Lucky M. Kosana with a shot, and Quadwa Poku, we've seen him score some goals now from outside the box, just tries a curler into the far post. And Jordan Farr, who's had a great game thus far, with another fine save.
Ryan, I'll say this, I don't think a team gets their bodies in front of shots as well as Indy 11.
They put their bodies on the line, and they play such a deep defensive line that they're always in the way of those shots. And of course, some courageous defending by that back three.
Malik Johnson will be the in-swinger on this corner. He'll send one on the ground. Oh, skates across the 6-yard box. Diakite will try and chase it down.
A great flick on by Lucky M. Kosana, and a fine back heel by Diakite.
Now it's Tanari. He'll send in the curler. And Kosana got up in the air. We're waiting for it. Tanari winning it back. Tanari has had quite a performance. And Kosana again set up. Tried the slide and was marked very tightly. And a good job by Wamet, who did not let M. Kosana get a piece.
Well, good service by Tanari, but that movement by Lucky M. Kosana in the 18-yard box is making all this possible, giving his midfield some options. There's Christian Novoa trying to supply a release valve for all the pressure that the Rowdies are supplying.
Malik Johnson on that left side. Johnson shifting back, puts one in motion. Gwenzati tapping back to M. Kosana. Just too many white uniforms.
Well, it was a mishit from Malik Johnson. It fell to Seba Gwenzati. And with the big number 19, Kenny Walker on his back, Gwenzati could not turn. Sorry, it was 29, Paddy Barrett. Gwenzati could not turn. And in the end, the ball was retreated all the way back to John McCarthy.
Here's Poku now, out of the center circle. Malik Johnson, you can see just more and more being put on his plate, and the youngster is up to the task, just welcoming that responsibility. Here's Morad. Taku. Trying to sneak one in. Gwenzati. And now Johnson again. Johnson racing. Trying to cross one! On top of the goal. Oh, Taku had a great chance. Just a little bit too high.
Well, excellent defending by Indy 11. They clear the ball out, but it only goes as far as Malik Johnson. And he puts the ball right on a platter. And Afrim Taku again does not get over it. And as a result, the ball just skims over the bar, agonizingly close again for this Rowdies team.
Well, tune to ESPN3 Saturday, October 19th, 3 p.m. Special game of the week closes out the season. Home playoff match at stake. Real Monarchs host Sac Republic. Winner gets a home playoff match. The loser goes to the play-in game. All the drama, October 19th, 3 p.m. on ESPN3.
El Capitan draws a foul and a quick free kick here.
Rowdies working quickly. Murad. Taku. Dougherty.
Good header by Diakite. Hasn't had that much to do. But the little that he has had to do, he's done a great job so far at that centre-back position. Just blocking out crosses, getting his head to long balls.
Guenzati.
Oh, great defending.
Could not get through the back line.
It was Carl Womet. Excellent defending by the number 20. Just bodying off Guenzati, not allowing him to turn.
Rowdies continuing to own possession. A good sign here to start half number 2.
When you play so deep like Indy 11 are doing, it's so hard to get the ball out into places where there is space because you're so deep in your own half, and the Rowdies, in this instance, are so far on top of you that there's just nowhere to breathe, even when you win possession.
And Kosana, ball taken down. That time took a forearm shot.
Yeah, but good tackle by Barrett, though. He got the ball first. It just shows that Lucky Mkosana is in that type of mood to turn on defenders and take them on.
Rowdies so crisp in possession thus far. Morad spreading it right, trying to get Tenori involved.
Tariq Morad just doesn't seem to have the sort of confidence as Malik Johnson has on that right-hand side. As a result, his touches are a little bit long. Oh. Well, just in case you were napping in your seat, John McCarthy just woke us up with a quick flick back. And Christian Novoa would have been counting his lucky stars if he won that tackle. Excellent possession again. Poku just showing and then distributing it away, keeping the ball moving. There's a famous saying in soccer, the ball never gets tired. Just keep moving it along. And Malik Johnson, of course, with the heavy touch.
You're watching a battle between the team in 3rd place in USL East, Indy 11, and the team in 5th place, the Tampa Bay Rowdies. Both teams have clinched playoff berths, but if the Rowdies can finish the season in the top 4, they will have a home playoff game here in 2 weeks, and that is absolutely huge. Just ask the Tampa Bay Rays, who had a chance to play at home and ignite their baseball community. Indy 11 hoping for the same as the Rowdies attack. Malik Johnson with furious pace, trying to get to the end line. Contact once more. Crowd wants a foul.
Well, it was Mitch Osborne, the big number 5 from Australia, coming across. Malik Johnson in full flow. Looks like Tony Barrett has a cramp now. He's defended vigilantly all night. Here's Malik Johnson, sorry, it was Barrett with a bit of a shoulder barge there. And the Roadrunner, in this instant, does not get a penalty. But when he runs, it's all downhill, Drew.
Paddy Barrett, remember, called for the handball in the first half. Did not back off that time. I'll say this about some of these backline players for Indy 11. Ryan, they're not just fast and smart. They are physical. I mean, they are like free safeties in football. You get near them, you're going to feel it.
That's going to be the strong point of this Indy 11 backline, their physicality. May not be so quick going left to right, but excellent positioning.
Johnson chases it down to the corner. We'll wait for Guenzati.
Great ball.
Tenori will handle things. Jordan Dougherty, will he dial things up? Turning it around is Taku. Up in the air, Guenzati's there! Oh, the ball headed for the goal! Just a foot to the right, and Saba can't believe it.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls at home, if you want to become a good forward, that's the ingredient. Tenacity. The ball 9 times out of 10 will be smothered by the keeper. What does the Uruguayan do? He goes up uncontested, no matter what. And Jordan Farr, who's had an epic game so far, just had a nightmare. And it goes just wide.
That nightmare would still be going if that ball had gone in.
Almost as bad as Guenzati's nightmare when he missed that shot from 2 yards out in the first half.
Malik Johnson on the corner. Keep an eye on Dougherty for the Rowdies. Mkosana flying in. He's so good on those headers.
Excellent, excellent head out by Kenny Walker. The holding midfielder. Number 19 for the Indy 11.
Another ball serviced. Mkosana again. Trying to get one on target. Out to Malik Johnson. Johnson will take the shot. This one will sail over everybody.
Well, Afram Taku can serve it up from the right-hand side, and he does just that. And Mkosana goes for the header. It falls for Tanari, then eventually Malik Johnson. Excellent passing by this Rowdies team. Passing accuracy at its best in the final third.
You know, it's amazing. If you watched the Rowdies last week at Loudoun United, you certainly were not impressed, and neither was Neil Collins. At times, just lackadaisical lapses, especially on the defensive end, Ryan. Tonight has been the complete opposite with their home crowd behind them.
A couple of new faces were in that starting lineup. You know, Dominic Oduro went out with the injury. There was no Jordan Dougherty to step in that holding midfield position. The Rowdies felt lost without their holding midfielder, and it sort of trickled through that 11, and they just could not find their footing all night. And John McCarthy, who's had little to do tonight, does a great job on that long ball.
The Rowdies in that 85% passing tonight have looked so crisp. 57 minutes in. Now it's Poku.
Heavy touch by Poku, heavy touch. The orchestrator needs to be tidier than that.
I think Tampa Bay tonight has really played to their strengths. I think they've got a speed edge and a youth edge on this Indy 11 side.
Yeah, it's one thing to have veterans in the team, but this Tampa Bay team is built with youth and speed. Coach Collins with a hammer and a rock, building this team from the bottom up. Picking young players up like Juan Tejada, just rejuvenating this Rowdies organization. Building a whole new culture with youth and coachability. Young players coming in, willing to learn and doing what the coach asks. Oh, great stuff by Tariq Malad.
Several games we're watching around the league that have an impact on what is going on here tonight. Remember, Rowdies in a logjam. Nashville, one of those teams. Right now they lead North Carolina 1-0 at the half. Rowdies have had several set pieces, especially corner kicks. You mentioned Juan Tejada. Interesting to see. And if we get a chance to see him, the fox in the box, later on here tonight. He's been so good this year, making something out of nothing. Here's a shot taken. McCarthy right there in place.
Drew, you were talking before the game. There's Juan Tejada about the mileage he's had on him in his first pro season. How much games did he play last season, Drew? You mentioned it.
14 games with the Lakeland Tropics.
14 games with the Lakeland Tropics. And thus far for the Rowdies, just in the USL season, we're not talking USL Open Cup or preseason, he has 29 appearances thus far out of 32 games. And the fox in the box is wearing thin.
Certainly want to save the youngster for the postseason. And it's Guenzati trying to direct this one on frame. And we're going to have substitutions now for Indy 11. And we're going to see Matt Watson for the first time. Kenny Walker will head out. Also going to see Tyler Pasher as well, and Pasher is the guy Rowdies have got to take notice of. Number 23 checking in right now for the visitors.
Well, this is the exact person that Coach Collins mentioned that would give him nightmares tonight, is Tyler Pasher. He is so quick and has a cultured left foot. And he's picking up a position, seems to be in that sort of Gwenzati position where he's left forward. And Jordan Dougherty and Tariq Murad and Afrim Taku is going to have to defend him by committee. Tyler Pasher, 30 appearances, 11 goals and 3 assists. And for the Rowdies to survive this guy, they're going to have to force him to his right and take away that left foot.
Look at Louisville, 8-3 over Swope Park, more than doubling them up.
Is that a ping pong score or is that a soccer score?
So for the moment, the two-time defending champion tied with the Tampa Bay Rowdies, making tonight's result that much more important.
Keelan Richards dispossessed there. A little bit of a break here for this Indy 11 team. There's the skillful Pasha.
Now it's Garcia. Indy 11 going to their bench maybe just a little bit early, realizing they need a spark. Pasha's certainly the guy that can make it happen.
Half an hour ago, that's more than enough time for the number 23 to impact or impose his will on this game.
Now it's Poku. Oh, when he runs, there are a few that can stop him.
Oh, great ball by the Ghanaian.
Sent in! And Kosana waiting for it. And Lucky has been marked tightly tonight, but still has made this backline work.
Great ball in from Afrim Taku, but that was all set up by the orchestrator, Kwadwo Poku, who drew the defense in, released it to Taku. Great ball in on the ground. And I have to say, I think that came off of the left foot of Lucky and Kosana. But it looks like the linesman got it wrong, and it's going to be a corner kick for the young Canadian Malik Johnson.
62nd minute, Rowdies with the lead off a Seba Gwenzati PK in extra time in the first half. Line drive, Kosana trying to redirect.
Great near post corner, good flick on by Kosana, with good defending by this Indy 11 team as well. Oh, look at the 1-2.
Tenari. His shot deflected. Diakite trying to run it down. And the ball will go out of bounds. Well, this week, U.S. Soccer and Think Taylor working to promote concussion education through Concussion Awareness Week, October 6th through October 15th. The two organizations asking everyone to take the hashtag TTPledge, an oath that everyone involved with the game become more aware of concussion symptoms and recovery. Visit recognizetorecover.org for more information.
Here comes a bit of a press by this Indy 11 team. And it looks like Tyler Gibson was caught by Seba Gwenzati. He's releasing his frustration on the Rowdies captain.
Yeah, those two have gone at it tonight. Now Garcia. Pasher. Fresh legs.
Just seen number 8, Matt Watson, in the game. He's a former player for Coach Rennie.
And now Poku again.
Oh, great ball.
And Kosana onside, attacking for Tampa Bay. Into the box, trying to draw contact. Official creeping up there, but the whistle going to stay swallowed. And a yellow card and an extra push to go with it.
And Paddy Barrett, who gave up a penalty in the first half, very frustrated, like Lucky and Kosana.
So we're going to have 2 yellow cards here. Ford's Garage yellow cards issued in the 64th minute to Barrett and Kosana.
Kosana yellow carded for simulation. which in other words is diving. And Paddy Barrett just out of pure frustration, taking a shove out to the forward. So free kick for Indy, 11, 63 minutes going on, 64 minutes gone. We see them starting to press a little higher defensively, not sitting back as much, trying to force the action.
So, have to ask you, Ryan, in this situation here, as we slowly near the stretch run, if you are Coach Collins, you're looking at your bench. Who looks good to you right now? Keep in mind, Sean Barry is there, Mohamed Kone, Jan Ekra, Zach Steinberger, always a playmaker, and Juan Tejada. We'll answer that question here in just a moment. Taku, who's been active tonight, checking in for Fernandez. Now Guenzati holding things up. Morad.
Good patience by the green and yellow. Yes, Caleb Richards making that run.
And a foul called right there. Ryan, once again, who do you think about if you're Coach Collins?
There's no one to replace Jordan Dougherty, so that's not an option. I think Kwadu Poku is very well settled in this game. He's orchestrating things like he should. The only thing is if Andrew Tanari gets tired, I think Zach Steinberger comes in for him, or Juan Tejada comes in for Tanari, and Guenzati comes back into that attacking midfield role with Tejada and Nkosana up front. Because defense starts with the forward line, and Tejada, as you know, can pressure with the best of them. Mitch Osmond, the big Aussie from Sydney. It's one place I would love to visit, Sydney, Australia. And Drew, you know what I'll do when I go to Australia? I'll go to the Melbourne Cricket Ground, the biggest cricket ground on the planet, and watch a game of cricket.
You're known to watch slow cricket, huh?
I am. Played for the first 20 years of my life. Great game.
Caleb Richards.
Caleb Richards from England. He knows a thing or two about cricket, Drew.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, lovely interchange. Here's Christian Novoa.
Oh, good slide that time by Morad.
Great tackle by Morad. Can't afford to give Pasha any room.
Garcia trying to send one in. Malik Johnson gathers in that far corner. Poku will touch it back now to Morad.
Oh, great ball. Paddy Barrett got caught with his hand in the cookie jar yet again. This time pushing Lucky Nkosana. At that point, your back is to the goal. You're 50 yards away from the goal. No reason for Barrett to be physical. Even if Lucky Nkosana did control it, Barrett was in position to defend. Just give up a free kick now. Now the Rowdies push forward, have possession, and now take control again for the next sequence.
How active has this crowd been tonight? They have energized the Rowdies on each and every possession. Guenzati touches right side now. Here's Taku. Rowdies very patient with every single opportunity.
We looked at the short passing at the beginning of the game. Everyone getting comfortable on the ball. It's starting to pay off now. And at the same time, the shots have just been off the charts, with the Rowdies creating chance after chance.
Morad trying to lead Nkosana.
Oh, great ball.
Taku approaching right side on the ground. Poku, oh, could have blasted it. Instead overran it that time and now gets it to Johnson. Malik Johnson, sneaky, into the box. Nkosana touch at the doorstep. And just barely sent out by far.
Well, Malik Johnson invited the defender to have a beer at Ford's garage and then changed his mind and gave him the wrong address and went the other way. Here it is. Forwards garage. No, I changed my mind. Goes to his left foot. Saves it up. And what an opportunity again. Created by the little man on the left. Here's Tyler Pasha. Look at this guy.
Oh, Pasha with tremendous pace here. He can change a game. Rowdy scrambling back. A couple nice touches, and McCarthy will douse the flame.
With 21 minutes left, that's one thing the Rowdies have to stay compact. Keep Tyler Pasha in front of them.
Well, fans, the USL unveiled its elite youth platform, USL Academy, allowing clubs at all levels across the USL to develop local youth and compete at the highest level across the United States, including USL Academy Cup. For more information, go to uslsoccer.com/academy. uslsoccer.com/academy. Tell you what, the Tampa Bay area produce some incredible soccer players, really the entire state of Florida. I know, Ryan, you live a little bit further to the central part of Florida, and there are some great players coming out of there as well.
Yeah, Georgia, his stuff, of course. Oh.
And the 11 knocking on the door here. 71st minute. This is Pasher. Garcia. He'll send one in the air. Oh, the header set up and sent over the goal that time.
Looks like it would have been offside on Kelly. But you cannot go to sleep on Ayose Garcia Perez on this left-hand side. We talk about Leo Fernandez. Garcia Perez has 77 key passes for the year. He has 4 assists. Any sort of width, any sort of room, he's going to whip it across. That time right on the Jamaican's head, but big number 17 was in an offside position.
Dougherty filling in tonight for Damaduro. Can't keep it. Here comes Osman. You can just sense Indy 11 saved a little bit in the tank. Pasher crosses over, and it's scored. Dane Kelly, the all-time leading goal scorer in the USL, able to pull this one level at 1.
Well, sadly enough, it all started with Jordan Dougherty losing that ball in midfield. And as a result, the Rowdies were not compact. And there were spaces everywhere. Pasha, of course, across the face of the goal, and they finished by who other but Dane Kelly. Number 8 on the year for him. What a pass, what a sequence from the Indy 11. They broke with such speed and precision. It was the big number 5, Mitch Osman, the Aussie, finding Pasha to Kelly, and it's 1-1. And you can feel a little bit of the air taken out of Al Lang Stadium tonight.
Meanwhile, Rowdies will go to their bench as Jan Ekra, the midfielder, will check in. Number 7. And Andrew Tenari will go to the bench. Just took that one giveaway. You could just sense Indy 11 saving just a little something here for the final third of this match.
Just a veteran team taking their time, waiting for their spot, like a heavyweight boxer waiting for that opening. And when Jordan Dougherty got caught, that was it. A huge gap in front of the back 3, and Pasha and Kelly made them pay.
Certainly changes the mood here inside Al Lang. Still plenty of time, though. Lots of soccer here to come for Tampa Bay and Indy 11.
Well, Jan Ekra working his way back off of a long injury stint. Has 17 minutes to make an impact here off the bench.
Ekra is certainly the guy who can slice and dice the defense.
He's going to have to get on the ball early and often to make that impact. Tyler Pasha just coming in at the perfect time. Rowdy's just a little bit weathered. You can use that speed and skill.
Pasha running once more, left side, and lots of open space. Put in on the ground, and Diakite takes no chances for the Rowdies.
But I noticed the service from Pasha is on the ground, not kicking the ball into the trees, with Diakite and Murad back there, serving the ball on the ground, giving his forwards a chance to get a foot, a knee, a shin, anything. Shall I say a heads-up play by Tyler Pasha.
Now it's Garcia. Rare corner kick tonight for Indy 11. Gonzadi in position. There's Kelly, too. Top of that 6-yard box. Rowdies now will play defense. This is Gibson. Ekra. Another header. Sent just over the crossbar that time.
A good early ball in by Tyler Gibson. He's an excellent passer. Picking out Christian Novoa on that far post, looks like. Header just over bar.
It seems like there are times where these veteran clubs, like Louisville City, like Nashville, like Indy 11, they will put no stock in possession time throughout a match. They don't care. They'll save it until the end of the game, and then they're going to say, hey, we're going to beat you when it matters most.
It's the famous Muhammad Ali rope-a-dope, go on the ropes, absorb punches, and as soon as you attack, and you let your guard down, here he comes. Just waiting for Dougherty. He was high up the field in that center circle. The errant pass, and there was the opening.
Another opportunity here for Indy 11. Trying to crash one. It's Pasha, who's causing all sorts of problems right now for the Rowdies.
Well, Tyler Pasha has given the green light to go from left to right or wherever he needs to be. He was once on the left, now he's on the right. And he's going across to, looks like, take an in-swing corner here. Nope, and here comes, we always say, Garcia Perez.
Garcia, this one's got some curl. McCarthy comes up and gloves it for Tampa Bay. And Kosana and the Rowdies over the last 5-10 minutes. Legs a little bit heavy here on their home pitch. Ekra, the guy to change that. Jan Ekra sends it to the right. Taku takes the shot. Oh, M. Kosana again. Angle looked like it was there. Got to finish.
Well, what a counterattack, starting with John McCarthy's distribution. Finds lucky M. Kosana. Jan Ekra skips the tackle. Finds Afrim Taku, who can deliver it. This time goes for the shot. No, it was back in the mix-up. It was just a low, hard cross. Excellent defending, good recovery by Indy 11. Mitch Osmond, Paddy Barrett, and number 20 were met.
Malik Johnson, look at the crowd he is drawing. 3 players in his vicinity. Somebody else is open, and right now it's Murad. They're not playing Murad, Ryan. He has got to be confident in what he's doing as Ekra tries to whip it around. And again, sends it just high.
Well, Jan Ekra trying to cross that ball, didn't get his foot around the ball, and as a result, it just went over the last post. It was for a cross, and as close as it wasn't meant to be by Ekra.
Rowdy's trying to find that second wind. Done a lot of running here tonight In the 79th minute, let's check in with Heather.
Drew, Juan Tejada just made his way over to the bench to get his jersey on to get ready to enter this match, and the crowd saw him come over and gave him a huge ovation. The fans here are excited to see Tejada go into this game and provide a little bit of a spark for the Rowdies here with just about 10 minutes left to play, guys.
And we're excited to watch him come in. The Fox in the box, and you can see the reaction of the crowd. They know it's coming.
Panamanian spark plug is about to come on and reignite this Rowdies team, exactly what this Tampa Bay team needs.
Juan Tejada, former Eckerd College product. Had a tryout with the Rowdies in the preseason, made the most of it. He's just taking the opportunity and absolutely run with it. I think a good time for him to come into final 10 minutes if he can just get a piece of a couple services. Brian, he could be just the medicine the Rowdies need right now.
Well, I tell you what, if he scores a goal or provides an opportunity, this crowd will lose it in Allianz Stadium. Oh, great pass by Kelly. The chested pass by the forward or defender is just a beauty, a beautiful thing to watch in soccer. Didn't look out there for Kelly. The thought was there.
So far, two elite USL players with goals. Dougherty for Tampa Bay. Kelly for Indy 11. It's where we stand right now. Jan Ekra sizing things up for the home side. Gives that one away.
Oh, great read by Perez.
It's Garcia who came away with it. Now it's Dougherty. Now Dougherty for Malik Johnson. Johnson tried to cross that one over, marking him tightly as Connor. Jordan Dougherty putting in a good body of work tonight. And let's listen to the home crowd now as Juan Tejada checks in. Public address announcer Ryan Sudol welcoming on the Panamanian.
Well, as they would say in Europe, he was born under the bridge. Born and bred right here in Florida. The Lakeland crowd who made it across the Allianz Stadium, letting their voices be heard. Great bit of game management by Indy 11. Taking their time. And a great ball to Tyler Pasha from Paddy Barrett.
Ever since Pasha has come in for Indy 11, really changed the tempo of this match. Garcia try to lead Pasha. And this one will be sent out by Moran. Another corner coming up for the Indy 11.
Well, Indy 11 are asking the questions in the last third. They're taking their time, building it up. And then the movement by Pasha in the last third is providing all sort of opportunities for the away club. And the passes have been direct, have been penetrative. And as a result, the back three for this Rowdies team.
Garcia on the ground. Eckler's going to come away with it for the Rowdies. Poku trying to split everybody. Look at that athleticism. Kwadwo Poku. Hold your breath. Dougherty trying to get the angle.
When the big man comes through the middle, it's like a bull in a china shop. He is knocking down people in tight spaces. And then the service to Dougherty. The Ghanaian with 2 national caps under his belt for Ghana has quality as well as physicality.
Taku to serve this one up. Got some height on it. Diakite.
Oh. Pape Diakite. This time not with his head, he's with his left foot. Just couldn't keep it down. Here comes the corner to the last post. Looking for Diakite again. It falls kindly for him, but just it was a defender in a forward's position, as you would say.
Another night of near goals for Diakite. Had a great chance on a header in the first half and then fell right in front of him there. Coach Collins showing he's still got a little bit of athleticism over on that far side.
Coach Collins just retired last year. It would not take much for him to lace back up the boots and head on out there, wingtips and all, Drew.
People don't realize what a good player he was. Picture of stability throughout his career. The Rowdies thrilled to have him on the bench. Rodwell Poku's played well tonight.
The big men are showing up. Here comes Diakite, Murad, all coming in for this in-swinging free kick from Poku. And in the end, it was Watson with the defensive effort.
A throw in here for Taku. Taku trying to figure out where to let this thing go, and it winds up at the feet of Ekra. Ekra over to Taku.
Oh.
Can the Rowdies get a goal on Indy 11 in the run of play? It's such a difficult thing to do.
Look at how compact these white shirts are. It's going to take something special from Tampa Bay to break this team down, and Poku may be the man.
Rowdies trying to find that formula. Gwenzati can't squirt free. Osman back to far.
Jordan Farr just trying to take the air out of this game, seeing the momentum shifting to the Rowdies. As the goalkeeper is just trying to take his time with the ball. Put the ball in safe areas. You know the Rowdies are pressing. He wants to go long.
At the point now where every single possession so critical in the 87th minute.
It's up for John McCarthy to show his distribution now. Oh, great ball.
Taku fights through, and now Ekra feeds Diakite. Rather Poku, who couldn't keep it.
Great
winds up at the feet of Pasher.
Excellent defensive effort by Indy 11.
Try to go over the top to Kelly. Caleb Richards in a physical battle with him. So dangerous is Dane Kelly. And Rowdies do not let him do any more work there.
Well, the substitute,
Yannick, from behind.
Just...
This is going to be a yellow.
Well, interesting little tidbit here, Drew. Dane Kelly was the one that shoved Pape Diakite in the first half, which warranted a yellow card. That would have been his second yellow card.
Starikov, Eugene Starikov set to check in now for Indy 11.
The Ukrainian played in the Russian and Ukrainian Premier Leagues. So far, no goals this season. But that was not because of a lack of effort, more like a lack of service.
Kelly will head out in the 89th minute. There's just not much emotion coming from him. He has been to the office so many times tonight. Just another night in his illustrious career. Starikov coming in.
Kelly, of course, the former 2017 USL MVP. So there's a lot of pedigree in that Jamaican. Great touch by Guenzati.
Taku with Tejada. Taku spreading it to Ekra.
Good effort. Good idea by Ekra.
Dougherty slowing things up. Richards and Johnson. Poku still involved. He has been involved from the start. And now Murad. Taku, service in.
Great delivery again by Taku. Excellent defending by Barrett. He gave away the penalty, but he's more than made up for it in the second half. Just valiant defending by the big number 29.
Rowdies will now work quickly. Caleb Richards, and we'll get a chance to see extra time here in a moment too. Ryan, it's going to be huge. And how many more chances the Rowdies are going to get.
Anywhere will do right now for Indy 11. Just an errant ball, and it is just lofted up the field. And no forwards even making an attempt to go after it. They're all backing up here to try and defend.
3 minutes extra time, not much to work with if you're Tampa Bay.
It's going to be a dangerous play on Malik Johnson. There was number 6 corner coming in with the head.
Now, one thing we've seen tonight and throughout the second part of the season is Poku just playing like a new man. Remember early in the season, he was in the doghouse, rarely got in the game, frustrated, waiting for his chance, and lately it is so good to see the revitalization in his career.
So much expectations came on the back of Kwadwo Poku when he came into the Rowdies last season. Nobody knew exactly what he was. Is he a number 10? Is he an attacking midfielder like Tanari? Apparently, no, he wasn't. And it took a while, but he eventually found his footprint in this Rowdies organization. Thanks to Coach Collins. He playing a little bit deeper, becoming the orchestrator. And now a heck of a center midfielder for this Rowdies team.
Richards. Tampa Bay just trying to get in range here. Malik Johnson in a wrestling match. And Indy 11. And that was Connor that time, putting a finger in the face. Oh, they're going to get a card now. Let's see who's going to get it. Is it going to be Connor or is it going to be Johnson?
Looks like it's going to be Malik Johnson on that one.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm Coach Collins, I am irate right now, and clearly he is. Because that's terrible. At least yellows on both sides.
Looks like he's allowed retaliation throughout the game, starting off with Kelly. And now in this instance, we saw Paddy Barrett shove one of the Rowdies players. I think it was Guenzati. And he got away with it as well.
Not saying it wasn't a foul, but how do you not discipline the player for that kind of retaliation? Nonetheless, Tyler Pasher, what retaliation he has had on the field since coming in.
He's what we call a super sub. 11 goals on the season.
Takes a lot of guts to bring a talent like that off the bench. And it works so well for Indy 11. And here's the visitors trying to get one more chance. Garcia will hold things up.
Such great game management by Indy 11 here. Knowing what the stakes are tonight. All they need is a tie in Al Lang Stadium to maintain this top 4 position and be in the hunt next week to maybe win it all in Lucas Oil Stadium. Just managing the time here.
Rowdies have to be careful here. 94th minute we're in. Here's Starikoff. Starikoff surrounded, and that's going to do it from Tampa Bay. Indy 11 gets a late goal and pulls level with the Rowdies. The final score 1-1 here after an emotional, a fun, a highly competitive night in downtown St. Pete. Both teams put it on the line. In the end, it's a 1-1 draw. Let's send it down to Heather.
Hang on, guys.
We'll get to Heather in just a moment. The Rowdies in Indy 11 with a draw. And you saw, obviously, late in the game, some questionable moments on both sides. And let's see if we can check in with Heather here.
Yeah, thank you, Drew. Coach, tension's obviously high down here on the field. A tough result for you guys. What do you take away from this one?
I'm just so disappointed from our players, the performance they put in. Obviously, we need to be more ruthless. We've got to put the ball in the back of the net. And that's why it'll probably feel slightly like a defeat, because the performance was excellent. But we're coming into a stage of the season where our performances do generally result in wins, but we need to turn them into wins. When you play as well as that, you've got to turn it into a victory. I just don't think they realise how good they are at times. That's the big thing for me. They need to realise how good they are. And if they do that, we'll start winning these games.
All right, thank you, Coach. Guys.
You can see Coach Collins so emotional. That's a good word to describe the last 90 minutes of play here in downtown St. Pete. 1-1 the final. We'll wrap things up when we return.
This is St. Pete Clearwater, home to 35 miles of white sand bliss. But it's more than emerald surf and Gulf breezes. The beach is an attitude. It's the vibe of life, nature, art, music, or whatever brings you joy. Experience the American tropics right here in St. Pete Clearwater. Love the beach.
Jennifer Davis was the last person you'd expect to have a heart attack. But despite appearances, she had a spontaneous coronary artery dissection of the left anterior descending artery. But after being rushed to Baycare's St. Anthony's Hospital cath lab, doctors inserted 2 stents, which opened her artery. And thank heaven, this extremely rare attack was treated at an extremely rare hospital.
UFC heavyweight Stipe Miocic fights for more than just a gold belt. A proud son of immigrants, Stipe fought for his dreams while working 2 jobs and fighting fires for his community. Stipe still fights fires and still proudly fights for his heritage. Since 1925, we've proved that it doesn't matter where you come from. It matters what you're made of. Modelo, the official beer of UFC.
1-1 the final score. Rowdies in Indy 11 pulled to a draw. 1 goal in the first half for the Rowdies. Indy 11 answered in half number 2. Here's your updated standings. Keep in mind, Pittsburgh and Nashville games not registered in this graphic. Pittsburgh tied 0-0 in the first half. Nashville does have a lead. The Rowdies momentarily in 4th place. Crowd a little disappointed tonight, even though the Rowdies get a point. They control the possession, and it felt like a victory here. Rowdies trying to finish in that top 4 to get a home playoff game here in 2 weeks. So, future schedule looks like this. Rowdies have to head to Hartford Athletic next week, and that's not an easy task. Hartford playing much better over the past month. Possibly a play-in game for the Rowdies. Would be a bad thing if it was here at home. The playoffs, without a doubt, begin in 2 weeks at the very latest. Hopefully here it's at Al Lang Stadium. Hope you enjoyed it. We certainly did. For Ryan Davis, Heather Donnelly, and our phenomenal crew from Al Lang Stadium, I'm Drew Felios, saying so long from beautiful Tampa Bay.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.